EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season, as it'll be our visitors taking on our home team. Now the kicker, that's Cameron Dicker, set to get us started. And this one is underway here on EA Sports. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On play action, McCarthy. They'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the first down.
I know some guys that love to start the year off with a deep shot downfield, trying to begin things with a home run ball. That might be the more exciting option, but I think that this was the smarter play.
Still going inside the 20. And down to the 7-yard line. 44 yards rushing for him now. What a drive for him to kick off the new season. But look at that. I'd say somebody's already in mid-season form here in game number 1.
Doesn't need a whole lot of carries in the preseason, does he? He needs to get the ball when it counts. And when it does, he makes it count.
First and goal, a good chance for our first touchdown of the new season.
Let's go.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now McCarthy. They'll get this out to Genty. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Genty is not going to get back to the line of scrimmage as they'll tackle him at the 3. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. A tale of two extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back, and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead, it works opposite.
No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal. Interesting decision. I can see if you're on the 1-yard line, push it in, you're at home, but I don't know if from this distance.
How far would you push it? 2-yard line, 3-yard line? Because we're beyond the 4. So this is what we're talking about now. This is a long way. And I know it's a disappointment to come away without getting a touchdown after that drive. But how about coming away with no points by going for it, not getting it? Bring out the field goal kicker, get 3, and move on.
Now they'll empty out the backfield. They'll indeed go. Here's McCarthy. He'll try to do it himself. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So, Charles, they wanted 7 on that opening drive. They didn't want to settle for a field goal.
Felt like a tone setter. You know, that's what they were looking for, because a lot of teams, they'll march it downfield, and when they kick the field goal, it almost feels disappointing, doesn't it? You have a nice drive. I think this team decided, guess what? No matter what, we're going for the 6, trying to put those points on the board and set them back on their heels.
Unfortunately, that mentality did not work out. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. Second down and 8. Now here's Mahomes. That's out wide here for Robinson. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. 16 yards, a first down.
One down, only about 500 more to go this season. He would certainly welcome most of his passes this year going as well as that. Now that the first one is over, time to settle into a groove and begin the long journey towards Week 18 and hopefully the playoffs.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Mahomes now to throw. Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. First down, it's Genty. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. 70 Rangers, go.
To the air with McCarthy. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And his guys have taken a first-quarter lead. Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. At their own 29-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Hey, 57.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
No gain on the play. Second and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Yellow. 15.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Got a man over the middle, Worthy. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
I think as he began this throw, you saw that the area was congested, but he has a lot of confidence in his arm, and he fits that one in there nicely. They pick up the catch. Not much yardage afterward.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. Looking to put a drive together.
Trap 60.
On play action. Now McCarthy. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
Go. 72. 19. Tiger. 19. Tiger. 19. Tiger. 19. Tiger. Let's go.
There go play action. Here's McCarthy. This is caught. It's Brown. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
To A.J. Brown. A 28-yard gain. Results in a first down.
And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. Second down.
Well, that kind of hit will certainly fire up your team, both on the field and on the sideline. Tackles for lost yardage, they're always welcome.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on second down and 11.
Warriors 70. Dragon 60. Let's go.
Working out of the gun is McCarthy. Touchdown! Kyle Pitts, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And it's now 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Yellow.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Looking for the out route, and he's got more. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
To number 2, DJ Moore. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Yellow.
Out of the gun, they give to Robinson. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to Robinson now on 1st down. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
43.
They go play fake. Mahomes. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Travis Jones. What an effort from him on that play. Big tackle for a loss of 11. Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Xavier Worthy, 40 yards. And his guys have made this a 1-score game now. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that'll make our score 14-7. Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29.
They'll take over 1st down and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. Now a toss, left side, Genty. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Another toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a game. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Now Mahomes. And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. But Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick six.
And Brandon, how often do your offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In case of a defense, they wanted to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Robinson, he'll try the left side. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Another first down there as this one goes for 25.
That's another first down. First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
They'll run again here with Robinson. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Bijan Robinson, 25 yards. And his guys are able to make this a close game again. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. After the Dicker field goal, he's back out, ready to send it away. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
They'll take over first down and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Let's
Shaheed going to go in motion. McCarthy operating from the gun. That's complete. It's Ashton Jeanty. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A solid gain of 15 yards and the sticks move.
so many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
On the toss, Genty. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Is a first down.
Right back to Genty on first down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Looking to throw McCarthy. Now he's going to step up and run. And he'll just get rid of it.
And here you're down in the red zone. You need to be smart, not force anything. So that's a wise decision to just get rid of the football.
Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Throwing is McCarthy. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. And his kick here is good. And the lead works its way up to 10, 24-14. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about one-score lead, two-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points. They come in helpful later on.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
They'll take over. First down and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. Mahomes going to change things up. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
Second down and a little more than a yard here. To throw, it's Mahomes. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
That's going to be caught. And he will take it in for the touchdown. Kyle Pitts, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. There he goes, right side. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown. Dicker down to tack on the extra point. And the lead is trimmed down to 10.
Next to score, visitors 31, our home team 21. Cameron Dicker to kick off.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. Here's McCarthy. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Here's 2nd and 10. The man in motion is Brown. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Now he'll tuck this and run. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Third down from the gun, McCarthy. He'll try and do this himself. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. Here's Tommy Townsend now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the 2nd half. And it's a pretty good return here as they get this up to the 29.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And he whips that one incomplete there. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they throw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range. Good clean play, no flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get him off the field with a 3-and-out.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Yeah, he was looking for the check up bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Let's go. 60 bison, 60 bison.
They run straight ahead with Genty. And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He'll drop this underneath for Genty. And he's not going to sniff the 1st down here. He stopped at the 25. And they'll send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. This will be fielded at the 17. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Excellent work on the run back there. 33 yards. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. From midfield, here's Mahomes. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key 1st downs and big runs.
He'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And it'll be 2nd down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. It's his guy out in the flat.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now you got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Mahomes going to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The gain that time, 13 yards to reset him 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Robinson up the middle. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, second down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
2nd and 10, third quarter of the season opener.
Hey, 40, yellow.
Now here's Mahomes. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on third down. He'll look to throw. It's brought in by Harris. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
Mahomes now to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown. Bijan Robinson. He scored on the ground and through the air. And his guys have made this a one-score game now. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And the lead is down to a field goal. So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
To the air with McCarthy. He's got a man, complete. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. And what a big-time play there. 42 yards. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. McCarthy off the play fake. Oh, first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. So my goodness, I would have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field, where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
They begin the drive with Robinson. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. 90 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Now Mahomes, maybe a free play. That's complete, left side to Worthy. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So with the completed pass and the yardage they got, they'll decline the penalty.
So obviously more yards on the pass completion than they would have gained with the penalty. They did the math, they did it well, and it works for them.
Here's Mahomes to throw. That's out wide here for Robinson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
15 more yards. That's another first down.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. The 20, 10, touchdown! He's young Robinson with now 3 week 1 touchdowns. And his guys have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Team 31. Visitors 31.
Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. Shifts by him. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
They'll take over. First down and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Once again, it's Genty. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
Let's go.
Now McCarthy. Targeting Pitts on the out route, and he's got it complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Over 100 yards receiving for him now in the opener, and it's a 1st down. Working out of the gun is McCarthy. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
2nd and 10. Looking to throw. McCarthy. The right side going to be caught by Hardman. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down.
At the 31-yard line.
60 by 70 Lions.
On play action, McCarthy. Now he's going to step up and run. but they'll say it's incomplete.
And their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
On the give, Genty. About 3 yards there to the 27.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Operating from the gun, McCarthy will try and do this himself. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down. They'll indeed go. Here's McCarthy. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Up the middle, it's Genty. And for one of the few times here today, this one's not going to go anywhere. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. J.J. McCarthy, a 5-yard touchdown run. And his guys are going to retake the lead. Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And that gives him a 3-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
1st down and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 155 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over above 50 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Yellow.
Throwing now is Mahomes. That's into the hands of Worthy. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive.
Yellow.
They run the draw here with Robinson. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
I know a lot of people won't like the draw called in that situation, but every now and then that pops big. In this case, it didn't happen.
Here's a 2nd and 7.
Yellow. 43.
Mahomes to throw it. He'll get this complete to Worthy. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line.
That's a nice job right there, partner, because they were able to work down the middle of the field, working in the seams, because I think defensively they were guarding the sidelines, trying to keep them from getting out of bounds. They took what they gave them, and it was successful.
Handoff now to Robinson. Clock's under a minute. Still plenty of time, partner. They have all 3 timeouts.
That means they have plenty of options in their play calling and where they target on the field. They can throw it downfield, maybe even in the middle, and use their timeouts.
18-yard line.
Here's 2nd down.
Hey, 57, color, 57.
Mahomes. Got a man over the middle, Worthy. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
Brandon, it's okay what they're doing right now. Still able to work the middle of the field, but you know sooner or later they're going to have to stop the clock.
Goal at the 8-yard line.
Now 1st and goal.
Hey, rip left. Fight on these two.
And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll run with Robinson. He takes it across for the touchdown. They've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th. Wow. Extra point try now from Dicker. And that will make this a 4-point game.
That's the score. Our home team 42. Visitors 38. Cameron Dicker to kick off.
Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Now defensively here, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. He's back to throw. That's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They go down to a knee, and the new campaign off to a good start. It's a win here in Week 1. Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for the home team here, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for our visitors, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.